Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Dear Dana on a Sunday evening. I know it's been a hot minute. I know it's been a hot minute. Anyway, welcome. I just wanted to let everyone know I haven't completely disappeared. But, I preach self-care all the time. And I definitely had to do some self-care. Sometimes you have to take those moments for self-care. And when things are getting so difficult, or you're not feeling well, or the mountain is piling up, sometimes you have to take time for self-care. Even when you feel like you might be letting other people down. I have this tangent for, but I said I'd do this, and I said I'd do this, and I've got all these things to do, and they start to pile up so high that my body just says, oh, girl, you can't do all this now. You cannot do all this now. So sometimes you have to listen to what your body's saying. And I was having some of that time, and I had to take the time off. So anyway, enough about that. I'm here now, and I wanted to pop in and say hello to everybody. How are you doing? I have there was no plan, but because lately I haven't had much of a plan. I'll see ideas and I'll think about, what's going on in the world. And I see all these things that I want to talk about. And I think that would be a good thing. And I want to talk about that. And I look at my caseload and what's going on here. And I just can't juggle everything sometimes and do all the work I have to do to try to make quality. And when it boils down to it, the most important thing to me are people and love and what's going on with people I care about, and I care about you guys too. Guys, girls, proper pronouns, they, them, guys, girls, all of you. So I thought, let's pop on in here, and maybe I'll be hitting the after school, Dana? Replay gang, right? The replay gang. And maybe some people will pop on in. But I wanted to know what's going on with everyone. Update on me, really quick. Hello in the bushes, I see you. And I appreciate you. I was having some MS issues. And some of it was visual. My vision was going in and out, and I would have to save my vision. And if you're on computers too much, and the light affects your vision. So that was part of the struggle. And I was having some physical issues. So I was having to take breaks where I could, because I have like a month until I graduate from the Hypnotherapy Motivation Institute. It's one of the few accredited institutes, colleges for certified clinical hypnotherapy in the United States. Woohoo! Got a month. Less than a month. Been cooking at it for a year as hard as I could go. So I did a soft opening of my practice, and I'm about to do the hard opening, baby. About to do the hard opening. So that is a lot. And the college gave me even more clients to see. So my schedule's been packed to the brim. So that's part of the reason you have not seen me much struggling with the health issues and struggling with the getting all the college things done. So it is my deepest, sincerest apologies for anybody that happened to miss me. Some of you might not care. I don't know. But I wanted to make sure you knew I was not gone, gone, gone. I wanted to be here for any of you that might need to reach out, want to reach out, want extra help. I'm here. Hello in the bushes, bushes, bushes. Get your groove onto the music, if nothing else, and release all the tension of the week. Breathe it in and blow it out. Let's smell that flower and blow out that candle. That's how it can roll. Hey, hey, in the bushes. It's like you're smelling that flower and blowing out that candle. When you want to release that stress, it's called conscious breathing. You can take a minute to do it. We all have to breathe. And if you only do it when you go to the toilet, nobody will see you. We got to go to the toilet too, right? But, too many times people go, I don't have time for self-care. Oh, girl, oh boy, yes you do. Yes, you do. You got to go to the bathroom how many times a day? We take in so much stress every single day. Every single day. And we pack it in our body, pack it in our unconscious brain. Let's just pack it in like a big fat suitcase you cannot close up. Like a big fat suitcase you need two people to sit on so you can snap it on down. That is how our bodies and our brains take in stress. We don't think about it that way, but that's how it goes. And if we don't find ways to get rid of that stress, it will mess with us. It will mess with us. That's why you see people have outbursts of anger. And most of the time they take it out on strangers. And if they don't, they come in and take it out on the partners. And it seems irrational, right? You're like, why are you talking to me like that? What happened to you today? Why are you talking? Don't you talk to me like that? That's because they keep stuffing in the stress. And no shade on men. I'm not saying every man, but men are notorious for this. Because they think they don't need anybody to talk to. They don't need anybody to, talk about dealing with their stress, how to communicate better, what they've been stuffing in all this time. And that's why most men, and not saying women don't have them, but that's why most men deal with heart disease. Because they think they don't need anybody, baby. They think they don't need anybody to talk to. They don't have no problems. Now, those men that have, physical activity, they're typically, not all the time, typically doing a little bit better, but I guarantee you they don't generally talk about the things that bother them unless they have a good friend group where they talk about things. And then you got your women. Women are the mothers, the drivers, the nurses, the doctors, the therapists, the teachers. Hey, professional paranormal research. Dustin, how are you doing? Sweet friend. For those that are watching now and in the replay game, if you're interested, please go check out his channel. Very interesting. For sure, for sure. I know, I bet y'all thought I disappeared off the face of this planet. No, I'm just trying to wrap things up and take care of myself at the same time. At the same time. So, we all disregard ourselves in a big way. Now, people are getting more open about realizing that they need somebody to talk to, right? That they need people. Let's see what Dustin says. I'm a quiet type with my issues. I just deal with it the best way I can and keep moving forward. And I can understand that, Dustin, but a lot of people are. And a long time ago, probably until I hit graduate school, I was. And I did not realize how much it was affecting me physically and emotionally. And to be honest with you, I have MS. MS can lay dormant in your body. If I had addressed a lot of things earlier in my life, because I didn't start graduate school until my late 20s, right? But maybe too little too late, because stress can trigger the dormant gene of MS in your body. You can have it dormant forever and ever and ever and it not get triggered, but mine got triggered. And there it went rolling from a lifetime of stress. And I never got therapy, got help, etc., like I should have. And it could have possibly laid dormant my whole life and not been triggered. Justin said, I got myself out of a very dark mindset, so I know I can get through anything by staying positive and focused. Okay. I'll trust you on that. I mean, it's good. It's very good attitude, yeah. But you have to get things out of your body, journal, get it, do all the stuff, get it out of your body, out of your mindset, out of your shadow self. Remove it from your unconscious mind, get it out of your body. But, you get it. But that being said, I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm praying that more and more people in the United States get that. And, like I used to do, I started out doing judo. I was very physical. I would do things to get things out of my body to be able to express frustration. Yes, I know where you come from. I know what we have in common. Yeah. But I'm speaking to the choir here, right? I'm speaking to the choir. I'm hoping more of the world gets it. I think we might see fewer people in the hospital. I mean, my husband, I love him dearly. He's the world's worst about talking about some things. He keeps a lot in. He'll talk to me about some stuff. Thank you, Justin. But not a lot of stuff. He talks to me about some stuff on an as-needed basis. He is pro mental health and therapist and stuff like that. But insofar as himself, not so much. I mean, we've got a good marriage. We have never had the need to go see a marriage counselor or anything like that. We don't have that kind of marriage. But insofar for himself, not so much. Man, I've got 2 thumbs that hurt like hell. At the same time, they felt like they had both ingrown nails, and I cut them down to the you-know-what, and they still hurt. And I don't know what I've done. Hey, Virginia Wolf! Have missed you too. But like I said in the beginning, between trying to wrap up the end of graduation, I graduate next month. And they gave me extra clients. extra clients, which I love working with clients, but that on top of everything, because I got practicum workshops, case conferences, had to finish electives on top of classes, on top of exams, on top of the clients, on top of the client notes. Let me tell you. And then I had some visual problems and some other issues going on. I was overloaded to the point that I was like, I can't do this right now. I can't do it. I would go to think I'm going to do a live and I'd fall asleep for hours because I was just too exhausted and my vision was wonky, where I was having trouble seeing words on the computer and books and stuff like that. And it kind of is doing that on and off now. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I know when I'm gone, everybody's like, not like, oh no, Dana's not here. What are we going to do? You know what I mean? I know everybody's not like, my world is ending. Dana's not here on the internet. And hello in the bushes. I appreciate you so much. Oh, yeah. As I forget, as I often always do, please like, share, subscribe. And I promise I'm going to get around to another hypnotherapy with a musical background. You know, not this kind of music. Of course. Not this kind of music. For sure, for sure. I do have to tell y'all, I had a first though. I'm not going to give any description of the person. That would be against HIPAA. But I had a client, I think it's my first client that came on via phone. And of course, there's a time difference. And I try to set up everything that so to work well. And we're 2/3 or more through the session. And all of a sudden, their phone runs out of power. And I don't get the opportunity. They're deep into hypnosis. And I don't get the opportunity to take them out of hypnosis. Their phone's dead. That's the first time it's ever happened to me. We're on Zoom. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. What am I going to do? Virginia. And I'm talking, this person is deep into hypnosis because they're a somnambulist. And what that is I test most of the clients to see what their suggestibility is, to see where they are on the scale. And he's a somnambulist, which is like a unicorn. They go under very easily and deeply. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? There's nothing I could do. So I wait a couple of hours, hoping and praying that their phone charges, and I contact them and say, are you awake? And I do it by voice. And I count them up by voice message, to make sure that no matter what, when they hear this, that they're counted up. And anyway, they sent me a message back and said, yeah, I'm finally up, but the part that bothered me is that my arm went up by itself because I did an arm raising. And I had to explain to them that that was their unconscious brain making their arm go up. But, your body, your mind won't do anything that you wouldn't normally do, but their unconscious brain was taking over. But he was bothered thinking that his body was doing something he didn't want it to, but that's not the case. But anyway, next session, he said that he stayed out another 20, 30 minutes before his brain was like, uh, something's going on here. But he eventually woke up. That never happened to me before. But you will eventually come out of it on your own. But that was like, oh heck. But it's very interesting. And by the way, I'm getting a certification on to help women have natural childbirth and help them go have anesthesia, hypno anesthesia, where they go numb through hypnosis and not feel pain without drugs. Tell me that's not interesting. How have you been, Virginia Woolf and Dustin? I want to know. I want to know how you're doing. What's going on in your lives? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I'll even throw down the link if you happen to want to come up. Now I know you try to act shy and everything. What's going on in your life? Tell me what's going on. You are vibrant, Dana. Good to see you charged up. Oh, thank you, Virginia Woolf. I appreciate you so much. I want to know what's going on in your lives. Anything exciting? Anything? Did you win the lottery by any chance? um, are you growing your own vegetables? Did you write a new song, Virginia Woolf? Are you playing your music more, Virginia Woolf? We are good. Been happy, working, playing a little music. Good. I'm happy to hear that. That was one of the goals for you to make time for it. Are you playing as much as you wanted to? And are you still putting a time limit on yourself in the evening? We won't say what for. Just curious. I was hoping more people would pop in this evening, but I haven't been on in a couple of weeks, so they might not be expecting it. That's okay. They may catch it later. Plus, it is a Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. You are most welcome. Stephen has a second interview for a company tomorrow. The first was a phone, and tomorrow is a Zoom with the vice president. So, hope. I was about to go to sleep, but we are watching you now. Hey, wife! You are so beautiful, by the way. I've got that sleepy time voice, right? I've got one of those voices you can lay in bed and maybe you're watching. And if I say your eyes are getting heavier and your eyelashes are fluttering, And if you take some deep breaths, you're going to sleep deeply tonight and comfortably and dream some wonderful dreams. Hello in the bushes. So, what are you doing? I was asking how you're doing, Dustin. Anything exciting going on? Mm, You know what? I got a ton of seed packets. I need to get in the ground. A ton of them. I need to get in the ground. Oh, where are you going investigating next Saturday? In case some. Oh, well, I guess you're doing it privately, so you don't want people around watching. So are you going to live film it? Live film it. Something about that doesn't sound quite right now, does it? Are you going to film it live so it'll be on YouTube? That's what I meant to say. Octagon Hall. Now, I don't know where that is. I don't know where Octagon Hall is, by the way. Sweet. That should be my new meme, right? From here on out, when I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deep sleep. There's vids from prior visits on the channel. Okay. I meant like state, city. I'll have to go watch it. Kentucky. That's what I was getting at. Franklin, Kentucky. Franklin, Kentucky. That sounds very interesting. So, is it going to be live while you do it? Or are you going to video it and then put it on your channel? You got to give me grace, Dustin. You know I have Dane Bramage. You know this girl's got Dane Bramage. And my birthday's next month, and I'll be like 105 years old then. You know? I'll do a live and also upload vids. Okay, that's going to be very cool. So everybody will want to check in as he does that investigation. Oh, very cool for putting the links there. Thank you, Virginia Woolf. That is very helpful. I appreciate that. And y'all can put your links to your channels on here as well. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I have no issues with that whatsoever. I only have issues when I don't know the person and I don't know if they're a good human or not. Because, you never know what you might see. Like, tonight that wanker dude tried to come in my backstage. I don't like that. No wankers allowed. No wankers allowed. They are my good friends that are at Octagon. It's like family. I think that's incredible. Too bad I don't live closer and could go with you and keep all the bad boogies away. Shine light. Keep all the bad boogies away. Uh, I want to tell y'all something interesting. Yes, I know. Beat it to death, Sandy. But anyway, I had another client come and she goes, "Oh, I've uh, seen another one of the people at the college before had hypnotherapy, but something." She goes, I'm not trying to be, shady or anything, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I love it. I don't know what it is. Y'all are going to laugh because y'all know what it is, right? So, she said something about something about when you put me under hypnotherapy. She said it just feels so different. It feels kind of otherworldly. She said I get images and all these kind of things. I go really deep, and sometimes I almost feel like I black out, but I'm not really blacking out. I don't know how to explain it. She goes, all I know is that I really love it. She's not blacking out, y'all. She's a somnambulist and goes really deep, okay? And she's very suggestible. And she doesn't know I'm a very spiritual person. Well, she kind of knows, but not in the way y'all know. So she wasn't being shady at all. She really loved it. She just, I don't know how to explain y'all. But I think my regular viewers understand because I put a lot of light around her and stuff. But I just thought that was so funny. You two understand for sure. I think you understand. I wish somebody put me under hypnosis so I could just let go and release. Virginia, you didn't get your Christmas hypnosis. She sounds animated. You hit it right on the nail, Virginia Woolf. And I bet you could guess what she does for a living. So, how many of you are so glad and happy that it's spring and that we have more light? Me. I've got to make myself plant things. My first plants I bought were a head of lettuce. It's not a head of lettuce. Well, is it a head of lettuce if it's in dirt? Would you call it a head of... No. Maybe you don't call it a head of lettuce if it's a baby lettuce in dirt. No. She's not in music. Do you call it a head of lettuce if it's in dirt? And I got a tomato plant. And I've got a million packs of seeds. And the groceries are so damn high. So high that I can't feed the flies in my kitchen. That's how high the groceries are. That I can't feed the flies in my kitchen. So I'm going to plant some seeds and some plants. So at least I can afford to be a vegetarian. And somebody said to go to the local farms and buy meats. That you could get them cheaper if you went to farms where they raise cattle and get... No, she's not a teacher. Where you can buy meat. So we're considering that. You know what I mean? Are groceries costing you guys out the bum? And let me tell you, this is funny. We Maybe it's not funny to you, but we've got where often since the coronavirus, Steven will get me to order groceries online, but we got where we pick it up because we don't want to pay the fee. So I have noticed surprise items showing up in my groceries. So I kept looking in the bag and I was like, did Eden order socks? These are really nice socks. They're really nice. I have a thing for socks and underwear. Sorry, I do. I like to have socks and a lot of underwear at all times. It's just my thing. If I have nothing else, I want socks and underwear. I have an issue. But I don't usually buy myself really nice socks. Nice enough, but not nice socks. These were some nice socks. So I was kidding her and I was like, ooh, I like these socks. I'm These are mine. And she said, Mama, they are yours. I said, what do you mean these are mine? She said they came with the groceries because all the groceries came from Walmart. I said, what do you mean they came with the groceries? She said, you ordered them. I said, no, I did not order socks. I wouldn't order socks with the groceries, and these are nice. I would never. I said, I like socks, but I wouldn't spend this much on socks. And she said, well, they came with the groceries, so I guess they're yours. Okay, here's my question. Have any of you ordered groceries and you end up with random items in your groceries you never ordered? I mean, really. I'm always ending up with strange items in my groceries that I've never ordered. And I'm like, what the hell? So when she handed me the socks, I was like, well, happy Merry Christmas. What did I say? I said, well, happy damn Merry Christmas to me. Yes, but not socks. I'm assuming food. And we end up with random food items. And my husband's like, why did you order this? And I'm like, I didn't order that. He goes, well, somebody did. And I can't convince him that no one ordered certain things. So I don't know what's happening. And am I getting charged? So now I'm going to have to go back on the computer and figure out how socks ended up in my groceries. And am I getting charged for this? And is it something they're doing? Like throwing this extra thing in your groceries and randomly charging you for it, thinking you're not going to fight the system for your socks or fight the system because you got an extra 5-gallon ketchup. You know? Do they think you're just going to pass it on because you don't want to stress over one more thing? Unless you're a Karen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's enough stress in the world. It's like being sort of mentally manipulated. Just wondering. And then we the people don't have any good choices for the next president. So what to do, what to do, what to do? What are we going to do? We're going to have to advocate for ourselves. That's the truth. And start looking to each other. Probably just slap you back. Well, that's potentially true. I didn't think about that. But here's the thing. They take each order separately, shop for it, or hire shoppers. But usually when it's a pickup, individual shoppers take that separate order and shop for it individually and then put it away with your name on it. Go figure. So it's not at the register like that because you pay for it on the computer. Who the heck knows? And I don't even watch the news anymore because I'm scared to death about what's going to happen. And look at this whole Princess Kate thing. They hounded that poor woman for weeks because they wanted the real story about where she was, what's going on. Is William cheating with this mistress that he supposedly had for years, which is possible because, the royals have a history of having a wife and a side piece. It's historically the way it's always been. It's possible. Not unheard of. But that being said, they wouldn't leave the poor woman alone. The truth about what's been going on with her. She's been trying to navigate the diagnosis since she had that surgery in peace, trying to heal and figure this out because she's got cancer. And she was put in a position she had no choice but to come forward. On top of, the King of England, Charles, navigating cancer. But the woman had no option but to come forward. Think about if we were in that position and we didn't want to tell masses of people or people we knew because we just wanted to lay low, stay quiet, psychologically figure out our world and try to navigate this whole thing. But no, social media, famous people, trolls, everybody had to put their opinion in. Where's Kate? Where's Kate? Where's Kate? Is William cheating? Is she just, whatever? And she had to come forward. And now she has to make sure her kids have some understanding of what's going on. Right? I don't watch news. They're bullies and instigate things instead of doing honest news info that's important. They like degrading people for money. 150% agree with you, Dustin, because there used to be a time that news was objective. They just gave you the news. They reported it as they got it. Now, all of them are trying to get ahead, trying to get famous. Hey, Busy Blue, sweetheart, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, Busy Blue. I appreciate you so much. Only come to support my love. Thank you. But I don't trust none of the damn news. None of it. Don't trust any of the presidential options. Don't trust the news because they don't know how to be objective and just give you the news. Period. End of story. They all are trying to give their opinions so they can get in the hot spot, so they can move up the ranks, so they can move up the ladder. Nobody cares. We trust you less as you move up the ladder. We trust you less as you give more of your opinion. We trust you less as we see your face more. Don't you understand this, news media? We trust you less. And you know what? I hate to say it. I used to trust more what I saw on YouTube. But now, but now, some of the creators are becoming just as bad. Some of them are becoming just as bad. They want to get the juice. They want to get the tea. They're not reporting as it is. They just want to get all trolly too. So now you got Kate with that, and poor Wendy Williams. You know, people have been dragging her for years, and yes, she's had so much success in her life, so much success. And now she's to the point she has a type of dementia that's very similar to Bruce Willis. And the reason being, you know, back at years and years and years ago, well, maybe not so many years ago, she had, you know, drug AB, USC, and then she's been diagnosed with medical problems, but she's also really dealt with some alcohol problems. And because of the amount of alcohol, it kicked in the dementia, affected her liver, and kicked in the type of dementia she's got. And I believe it affected her liver and stuff. And that's the unfortunate side effects that if people mess with their bodies enough, it can turn into things you don't want it to turn into. And that's why it's so, so, so important to support and help the ones you love. They've got to want to get the help themselves, of course. Of course. First and foremost, they've got to want to help themselves. Alchemy. Hello, suspicious guys. They've got to want to get the help themselves. But over time, when people just beat their bodies down, it can lead to things we don't want it to lead to. And that's why we have seen some of the things that Wendy is dealing with over the past few years and her not being as cognizant as she would like to be. It's because of past issues she's had. Yeah, free will is hard. Free will can be very hard. And when people don't get the help they need, it's very difficult. And she's been through a lot of pain and torture. People taking advantage of her, people using her, people not supporting her the way she needed. You know what I mean? Justin says, just like Superman, instead of focusing on the good he does, they want to expose who he really is in real life. It's the same way. People forget to see that regardless, everyone is human. Everyone's human. When you add elements, it changes the alchemy like sand to the glass. Yeah, you're right, suspicious guys. Sky. It does change the alchemy. You know, the bottom line of everything, rich, famous, poor, you know, not famous, everybody is a human being and they need to be given unconditional positive regard, support, grace. And our world has just gotten hungry over picking everybody apart to the bone. And that has become more important than focusing on their humanity and healing and love. And that's the part that I am having so much difficulty with. And I give side eye to everybody that's a reporter, everybody. And I'm very aware of who I give anybody trust to, or that I put it this way, I listen very, very carefully to what I think is truth and lie, and who is just going after the big fat bone. And we all need to do this. To be honest, we all need to do this. Yes, we are vessels. I agree. Thank you, light, love, and energy. I mean, in the end, any of us want to be treated that way? No. If we were in that position, can you imagine? Now everything is being ripped apart from Wendy. Look at her life. Sad, sad, sad. Bruce Willis was on top of the world. Bless his heart. The quality of your life had changed like that. We need to turn around, hug people, tell strangers what you appreciate about them. Tell people you love what you appreciate about them. Give them support. Be in the moment with them. You never know when things can change in a millisecond. And don't give in to the hype around you. Don't give in to that hype. Don't drag people at every turning second. I mean, it can be fun in a moment, but there before the grace of God go I. You know? There before the grace of God go I. I didn't mean to preach. Lord have mercy. I swear I didn't mean to preach. Those are some of the things that I thought, oh, I need to talk about that on the show. I need to talk about that on the show. We need to be, I'm not trying to tell you what you need to be, but it would grace us greatly to be more thoughtful, kinder, gentler human beings. Because what you boomerang out there definitely comes rolling back. If you boomerang irritation, anger, payback, guess what eventually comes rolling back to you? In one form or the other. You got it. Even if you don't like somebody, or you feel they've done you wrong in some way, you can detach yourself from them. But I highly recommend you throw out light and ask that they learn what they need to learn and send out grace to them. And just detach. Because whatever you send out, just like an energetic boomerang in this universe, is what will come flowing back to you. Faith, not hope, kindness without ego. Exactly. I agree, suspicious guys. Kindness without ego. Because I would like, you know, for you to ponder something, because you may not think about this. In your lifetime, think about a stranger somewhere in your life that positively impacted you just for a moment, that positively impacted you, that you never saw again. It could be something they said, a small act of kindness they did, somewhere they stepped into your life just for a second, a word of wisdom they gave you, anything. Somewhere a stranger impacted your life just for a moment. They were the right time, the right moment, the right place. And somehow, just for that millimoment in your life, it made an impact. And it's somewhere in your mind, somewhere in your body, somewhere in your spirit. And that moment made some kind of difference in your life. Ponder on that. Yeah, people think there's coincidence, but there's probably not. There's no such thing as coincidence. But I want you to think about that. Sometimes that moment can make a bigger difference or point you in the right direction, change the course of things, change how you feel about yourself, or be just the right thing you needed. But think about that. We can do the slightest thing for a stranger, and it can change the course of things in their life. Say something nice, give them eye contact. We can make the changes that is needed to create a domino effect in the world. We just don't think about it that way. But, right now, everybody is light workers. I know some people don't like that word, but everybody, each individually, we can create a domino effect that will create a larger community that's going to change things in the world. It's all going to be up to us. We've been in a spiritual warfare for a while. And, I said that 2 or so years ago, that's where we were. And now you see it unfolding more and more. And it's going to be up to each of us as a growing community to advocate for one another and make a difference. And I didn't mean to get on this soapbox, but, it is what it is. But on that word, I guess I'm going to get off. You're right, suspicious guys. We are given signs. Many don't pay attention. So many are lost. But I'm so happy to see you all. Those in the replay gang, drop your comments below. Thank you, Busy Blue, Suspicious Skies, Dustin from Paranormal. Did I miss anybody from Professional Paranormal Research? Virginia Wolf, Busy Blue, and again, Suspicious Skies. Thank you all for coming. Busy, thank you for the super chat. And those in the replay gang, again, please leave your comments below. And please like, share, and subscribe. I love you all so much. And please remember, yes, everybody have a great week. Thank you, Justin, for that. Please remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. And it really does. Water seeks its own level. Light seeks its own brightness. Please, everybody, heal. Take care of yourselves. Look out for yourselves. And do some self-care. I appreciate you all. I'm sending out my love. I didn't disappear. And for all of those that wish I did. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. And all of my friends that catch us later, again, please leave your comments and thoughts below about anything I had to say. And have a super great week. Big love to everybody. Have a great night's sleep. And I will catch you on the rebound. Bye. And here we go.